Me Musical Nephews is pretty delightful. This is a Popeye cartoon from 1942. It's directed by Seymour, Kneitel and Thomas Johnson, written by Jack Ward and Jack Mercer, and we have Jack Mercer voicing Popeye, Pip-eye, Pup-eye, Pup-eye and Peep-eye, which is incredibly fun to say. And I rather liked this one. It starts off with the nephews playing music. It's interesting because on the one hand it sounds good, but it's also loud. And Popeye says it's bedtime. He reads them a tremendously quick story and they go to bed, but they're kind of bored. And one of them starts fiddling with, I think, a loose spring on the bed. And they begin to realize there are things in their room with which they can make music. And they start to make music with all of these different things. And I think that this is really brilliant for, I think, encouraging creativity. I know Popeye is not strictly, exclusively aimed at children, but any children watching this, if it gives them, hopefully not in the middle of the night, but if it encourages them to look at the world around them and find music in everyday objects. I know I used pots and pans to play the drums as a child. I'm sure children still do that, although it's the 21st century, who knows. But either way, I liked the concept. I liked that they were making music out of everyday objects, and Popeye is hearing this noise, and he goes to check on them, obviously to tell them to stop it, but as soon as he opens the door, they're asleep in bed, and even their snoring is rhythmic. There's a kind of pleasant sound to the sounds of their little snores. They don't really sound like snores. And he shuts the door, they're up making music, he opens the door, they're in bed again, and he decides to get creative. He's trying to catch them out. And I won't say exactly what he tries, but it's beautifully done. The pacing is great. It gets quicker and quicker as Popeye tries more and more things, and the animation is just an absolute delight. And the characters of the nephews of Pip-eye, Pup-eye, Pup-eye and Peep-eye really was just an excuse to say that again. I thought the characters were adorable. They are so cute. So I had a lot of fun with this one. I thought Me Musical Nephews was a fun concept, very well executed, beautifully animated, with some great music and sound effects. If you're a fan of Popeye and you haven't seen it, or you don't remember it, then I'd say Me Musical Nephews is absolutely worth checking out.